Good morning, boys and girls. This week's lesson is about the people in God's new world. Let's take a moment to review God's wonderful creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. On day 1, He created the light, and He separated the day from the night. On day 2, He made the skies. On day 3, He separated the land from the water, and He made all of the trees and the vegetables and the grass and the plants that we see. And each day that God created something, He looked back on it and He said it was good. He was very pleased with the work He was doing. On day 4, He spoke and He said, let there be a light in the sky that rules over the day and one that rules over the night. And He made the sun and the moon and the stars. That was on day 4. On day 5, He created the fish in the sea and in the rivers and the streams and the ponds. He made the sharks and the sea turtles and the whales and all of the different colors of fish that you can see. And He also made the birds that fly around in the air. On day 6, He made all of the animals that walk on the land. He made the elephants and the lions and the tigers and the bears. Oh my! And He also made man on the 6th day. Man was different though. He made man in His own image. On day 7, He rested. Our memory verse is Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. God created the man out of the dust of the earth. He breathed life into him, and then He called him Adam. He put the man in a beautiful garden and made him the keeper of the garden and the animals. God brought the animals to the man so He could give them names. That's a lion. Hoo, 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 hoo. That's a monkey. Chirp, 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 chirp. That's a parrot. But Adam was lonely because he was the only man on the earth. All of the other creatures had mates. He became very sad because he was so lonely. So God made Adam sleep. Then He took out a rib and made a woman. God said it was not good for Adam to be alone, so He made a helper for him. Adam called her Eve. Adam and Eve actually were like you and I were when they came into the world, though. They actually didn't have any clothes on, just like when we're babies. When we're born, we're not born with clothes. It was more like this picture. Clothes came about later, but that's another lesson. God had a purpose for Adam and Eve. He gave them a job to do. They were to take care of the garden and all of the animals. They were to help each other to do it. God created man and woman so He could also have a relationship with them. He visited with them in the garden and talked and walked with them. He was very pleased with His creation and with Adam and Eve. God created Adam in His own image so that they could be friends with each other. God loved them very much, and He loves you very much too. He wants to be your friend. You can still talk to God every day by praying to Him. You can hear God by reading His words in the Bible and by asking Him to speak directly to your heart. Here's our memory verse again. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Genesis 2:7.